Hey guys, welcome back to the Sense Pop channel. For this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the World Martial Arts Tournament. So what we received from 2 days ago is that we are gonna have 20 new cards, and these are the part of this power boosters. I kind of really love the idea of power boosters because I am a casual. Those guys that have been a subscriber to the channel knows that I play a lot of casual decks because I actually like card games. And I also like Dragon Ball, so this is really a dream thing for me, and I identify with the characters. So if there are characters like Chaozu or something, I love to play with them. And power boosters really give all these leaders a bit more punch and make them more playable. For example, like Baby became really good, and of course with Frieza with the Tagoma. So by now, I think it's the next video, you guys are gonna get my Frieza deck profile, the Wish Leader with Tagoma. This is gonna be so good. I love it. So let's take a look at this set of cards. Disclaimer before we go in. This is they have not shown the cards yet, so this is the only pictures that we got, and you know, take a look at this. This is you can't really figure out what are the cards text, but someone actually did it. So this is not going to be like 100% word by word. This is going to be the best guessed effort, and big shout out to Kim 168. So this is what he posted, and I just literally took what he posted and tried to put it in a better format, put it in a better format so that we can take a look at it. Where is it? It's embarrassing. Okay, so that I can put it something like that, so we can analyze it. Did I get stuck at the word analyze? Okay, this is bad. Alright, so let's take a look at the cards. Alright, yeah. So let's start with red. Yeah. I'm not very good when it comes to taking a look at the interactions between the card, but what I have is that I actually kind of like the World Martial Arts Tournament. So people out there who likes that expansion set, Cluedos, we're gonna get some power boosters here. And first look, we're gonna take a first look, and I'm gonna offer as much analysis as I can to the decks. Alright, to the cards. So the first one, for 2 costs, we have Dabura, the Insurmountable. So activate main once per turn. So he is a 15k 2 cost. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle card. It can't attack or be placed in your opponent's battle area, combo area until the end of your opponent's next turn. Good, because he is a 2 cost 15k, which is a good, which, you know, it's good. And what he's gonna do is he's a Dabura, and also activate main once per turn. You get to kind of not tap a certain card, because you know, you just said that the card cannot attack. Alright, your opponent cannot even use it to combo, so you keep the card there and it cannot attack, so you lock down the card in the battle area. And we do not have cards like that. All we have is things that we tap the cards, we keep the cards tapped, that is all. But we don't have cards like that says that one can't attack. Of course it cannot do barrier, but that's the whole job of barrier, is to protect the cards. Yeah. Okay, then we have an extra card, a 3 cost extra cards. We actually don't have a lot of that. I am number 1. Okay, Hercules, you are definitely number 1. Activate main. If your leader is a World Martial Arts Tournament World Tournament card, you may choose 1 World Tournament cards in your hands and place it in the drop area. If you do so, choose 2 red cards with different with different names, I would say. Yeah, and energy cost 3 or less from your deck. Play them, then shuffle your deck. Great card. So for those people who are wondering what is this card for, right? There are quite a bit of just a couple of World Martial Arts cards. So which is red. It is the Trunks and the Gotenks. So the 3 cost, which is 20k double strike, 20k double strike critical. That is the card that. So I think this is something that you choose different from your deck and play them, then shuffle it. So there is no reason at all to play the super combo that comes with it. You know, the Mighty Mask super combo. That is something that baffles me, really. because you have a card like that actually searches for them and puts it into your hands. But this particular one, Iron number 1, for 3 costs, you cast both of them out, and it's gonna work with that two heater. So you have a 20k double strike, 20k critical for just 3 energy. Good card, I love it. And of course it's Hercules, right? Vegeta, Unyielding Temperament. So this is also a 3-cost war martial art, so you could use it. Critical, when this card is KO or placed in the drop area from a battle area by an opponent's skill. Your opponent has to do the job for you, so you can't KO him yourself. Choose 1 red battle card with original energy cost of 5 or less from your hand, play it with its skill negated for the duration of turn. Unfortunately, for red, when it's 5 or less, but let's say just for 5 codes, we don't have a lot of cards that says from just my mind, right? Of course, with more detailed analysis, maybe 1 or 2 cards that actually benefits greatly from this. But for example, like for seeing hit and things like that, the effect comes when you play it, so it's not once per turn. So you need to look for cards that are activate main, that you can do it, and not when you play it, because the skill will be negated, so that's pretty bad. From right now, I can't really imagine any one of them, but it could be maybe one of the 5-drop Goku and 5-drop Majin Vegeta. Maybe that's the one that they want to play. The interaction between the 2 of them, I'm not too sure. I know it's Vegeta have to KO one of your card, and then Goku comes out, and then both of them are 35k double strike, 35k triple striker. Yeah. So, but the problem is, this card has to be KO or placed in the drop area from a battle area by your opponent, so you cannot do it yourself. So this is kind of limiting in that sense. However, this is not tied to a world tournament, so it doesn't have to say your leader. So it could be useful down the road. Yeah, and he is a critical, so there is incentive for your opponent to take him out. Alright, Babidi, the Mastermind. When you play this card, if your leader is a world tournament card, and if you have 4 or more energy, you may choose 1 character. So when he puts this thing here, right, Peking 168, he meant that he couldn't read it properly, he doesn't really know. So maybe 1 character here that we do not know in your hands, and place it on top of your deck. Yep. If you do so, choose up to 1 Supreme Showdown Vegeta from your deck and play it, and then shuffle your deck. Okay, good. 4 cores when you play this card. So 4 cores gets you something that is 5 cores when this card is placed in the drop area from a battle area by a skill. Choose X number. We can't read this of your red world tournament card, and they can't be KO for the duration of the turn. So for 4 cores, even though he is 5k, he gets a lot of value. So this is something that I really like about this card. And for 4 cores, you get the Supreme Showdown Vegeta. That's one of the problems with the deck, is that you're playing Hercules, and then you're at 10k, you're trying to defend yourself at 10k, and it's very important for you to have at least 1 energy free. So for 4 cores, you can play Supreme Showdown Vegeta, and then using Supreme Showdown Vegeta, you pop him, and because you are being placed, then you can choose your Supreme Showdown Vegeta. You could play Supreme Showdown Goku, and he gives extra values by giving your cards, some of your cards can be KO for the duration of the turn. This is good. So most probably the number is 2, so that you protect your Supreme Showdown Vegeta and Supreme Showdown Son Goku, and they cannot be KO for the duration of turn. That means they cannot be taken out. 35k is not easy to minus. Yeah, so that's that. In terms of red, great. I always love, because red, it's very close to the to the Buu saga, right, where we saw Videl get beaten up really much, where we got introduced to Babidi, Dabura, and of course the Yavovich, that thing, and of course one of the best character, the most badass character to appear in Dragon Ball, Majin Vegeta. So I really love the red. It's just like Hercules is difficult to play. It's very fun, but very difficult to play unless you stack it blue on top of it. But I kind of like to keep my deck monocolor. So let's see how it works. Yeah. Now let's come to blue. Blue, arguably, for the whole set of WMAT, yeah, World Martial Arts Tournament, is my favorite color simply because of the pun and the proudest daughter pun and proudest daughter proudest granddad Hercules. They are my best. I love them. I love them so much. I literally have a playset of SPR for them, and I'm so glad that they now give the power booster so that my SPR can be played. And thank you guys, those people who are listening to this particular video. If there's some of you were in this discussion with me and you guys posted the one of the cards that it's gonna make this deck work so hard, and when I saw it I was like, I'm gonna main. That's gonna be my main deck for quite some time. Alright, so let's take a look at the deck. You can hear my excitement for this blue set. Okay, Mr. Boo, the mischievous. Take a look at the artwork. I love it. Yeah. So for one, you negate the attack and play this card. Oh my god. The blue set is already very defensive. Yeah, Oop is a very defensive leader. Literally, you can play 12 to 16 super combos with them. Plus time magic, not dimension magic that lets you untap 2. Plus this particular card, damn, you're really gonna have so much defensive option. But that's blue. Yeah, energy manipulation, defensive play. Of course, counter the attack when you can play this card. So you have a 1-course Boo in your hands. That would help shuffle time a lot. And when you play this card, if your opponent has 2 or less energy, your opponent can't attack battle card with energy 2 or less for the duration of turn unless they choose 1 card from their hands and place it in the drop area. Good. So it counters the attack on turn 1. Yeah. So this is a turn 1 play. It's specifically for turn 1. So if you don't get it in turn 1, it's difficult. Yep. Unless you go first, then maybe you could have another one. If you're going second, if you don't play this in the first turn, it's not a good card. So it helps you to be a little bit more defensive. Very situational in my opinion, but you know, why not? One, negate the attack and play this. We have come a long way from Master Roshi, from the the Tournament of Power, right? When he was just 1 cost and then you play him and negate the attack and he's a 5k combo, and people is like, okay, this is a very good card. It's a very good card, don't get me wrong, but take a look at this. We have something even more valuable right now. That's the power creep right there. Yeah. Alright, Dende, Astute Savior. So for 1 course, 1k, when you play this card, choose up to 1 tournament card with energy 5 or less from your deck, send it to your warp, shuffle your deck at the start of your next turn at the card. Okay, so 5 or less when you're playing blue. What could it be? We don't have a lot of things which is 5 or less though. Of course, everything in blue when it comes to World Martial Arts Tournament card, if it's blue, it's 5 or less. But when it comes to this, you don't have to take care, because you don't have to play blue. You just need 1. So he is actually good for, you know, putting in the other colors together, right? Because this card. So a lot of decks wants to splash blue. He is kind of good to splash blue with, because for you can get any cards to your hands when you play him, and of course he has an activate main, so it's either 2 or 3 energy. Yep. If your leader is a world tournament card, so you don't need to be blue to play him. Yeah. You can place this card in your owner's drop area. So choose up to 1 tournament card with energy 2 or less from your hand, send it to warp at the start of the next turn, play the card Warp to... I'm not too sure about this. I don't know why they need to make it so complex. Definitely I think it's a 2, because energy 2 or less, this is just really strange. If it's 3 energy and you get to do shenanigans like that, play this card, send to warp. Buy this skill 2. I don't know much about this one, but however, just for this alone, for 1 course, this is really good, because it is a 1 course tutor that gets you any cards that you want, and it's blue. That means you can splash him and splash Sensubin at the same time. Good card. Good card. Okay, so when it comes to Videl, Proudest Mother. This is the card I'm so excited for. Permanent. If your leader is a World Martial Arts World Tournament card, you don't have any battle card in play in your battle area, reduce this energy cost of this in your hands by 2. So she is a 4 core, so it reduced by 2. That means she is a 2 blue energy. Take note. So why not? Why not? Maybe in my turn 2, I just have to make sure I don't have any battle card in play in my battle area. This is not like Kind Wish, right? Kind Wish is if you don't have any battle card in your battle area, and then you play any Broly BR. The thing is, it is already at turn 4. If I don't have battle cards in my battle area, I'm pretty screwed. So, but this one, it's by turn 2, so this is good, and there is no energy cost, and says if you have 4 or more energy, reduce this by 2. No, this is just no battle cards, 2. So in turn 2, you can play this. Let me guarantee you, turn 2, tap out, play this. I'll tell you what. Okay, when you play this card, choose up to 1 Hercules Proudest Dad from your hand and play it. So make sure you kind of have it, Granddad. Yep. At the end of turn, you may place this card at the top of your owner's deck, so you put it back. If you do so, choose up to 1 Pan, Proudest Daughter from your deck, plays it. So you need this from your hand, so maybe there's something that you want hard mulligan for, and at the end of turn, you may place this card at the top of your owner's deck. So it's recyclable. The next turn, you're gonna draw this lady, yeah? If you do so, choose up to 1 Proudest Daughter from your deck, and you play it. Choose on top at the end of your turn, then shuffle your deck. I'm not too sure how this is gonna pan out, because it says that at the end of your turn. Okay, this is definitely a typo there. Yeah, at the end of your turn. So because Hercules, Proudest Granddad, has the ability that says at the end of your turn, if Pan is in your battle area, you get to untap 1 energy. So this is maybe possibly best case scenario, 2 cores, untap 1, and Proudest Daughter, when she is in the battle area, when this lady is in the battle area, when she is in play, it's a draw 2. Because Hercules Proudest Granddad says if Pan Proudest Daughter is played, you draw 2, right? So Pan Proudest Daughter gives you a draw 2, Hercules makes you untap 1, best case scenario. Worst case scenario is Hercules Proudest Granddad doesn't get the untap 1, but you still get the draw 2. But the next turn, which is your turn 3, right, you get to draw her, so you can't play her for 2 energy anymore. It's recyclable, but you can't play her for 2 energy. But even for 4 energy, that's a really good thing, because you know what's gonna happen is at turn 4 you play it again, you put Hercules Granddad, and at the end of turn you play Pan Proudest Daughter and you put her back into the top of the deck, because there is 2 Hercules Proudest Granddad, which he has barrier, mind you. This guy has barrier. You get to draw 4. You get to draw 4. And if the best case scenario happens and the untap 1 happens, because there are 2 Proudest Granddad in your hands, you get to untap 2. So at the end of the turn, at turn 4, best case scenario, like I have to say it again, I need to clarify this. You get untap 2, draw 4. And then you have 2 Pan Proudest Daughter, which is a 25k double strike dual attacker on board. See? And not to mention the cards are super cute. Alright, so great card. I am definitely wanting this, right? I need to clarify that particular part, because Proudest Granddad is at the end of the turn. This happens at the end of the turn. I'm not sure if which one kicks in first. But most probably because I'm the one who's going, I choose which auto comes in first. Of course, I would like to choose this auto to come in first, then this particular auto. So most probably there's a high chance we get the untapped one, and then definitely there's going to be a draw too. Yep, good. So because we all know Bandai's favorite color, it's blue, we get 2 extra cards. Like as if it is not enough, okay? So because blue has one of the greatest cards when it comes to WMAT, right? We have the Oop and Goku combos that when you play Goku, you play Oop. Oop becomes a 20k critical attacker. Then Goku becomes a 20k critical attacker. And what they do is they take 2 of your opponent's battle card, no energy cost, and just put them under their deck for 3 energy, right? That's crazy. But if that is not enough, we have this Son Goku Jr. Heroic Successor. So double strike when you play this card. If your leader is World Marshal, look at the top 1 card from the bottom of the deck. Choose up to 1. Play it. Okay. Choose 1 in rest mode in your battle area. Switch it to active at the end of turn. Choose 1 of the energy. Switch it. Wow. So you could. Okay, you could play this. This is a free play for energy. So it's not a free play. It's a safe play for 4 energy because you get 1 energy. And we all know we have Senzu Bean. Blue has Senzu Bean. Blue have Dimensional Magic. So energy, just leaving 1 open, it's good enough. Yep. Vegeta Jr. Heroic Successor critical. Okay, so he's a 19k swing. Okay, pretty good. Activate main. If your leader card is a World Tournament card, place this card from your hands at the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. Okay, once per turn, when this card is switched from active mode to active mode by the Goku Jr., choose up to 1 Goku Jr. in rest mode in your battle area, switch it to active mode. Damn. So this is something which is very difficult to say, right? So this gets 2 swings, this gets 2 swings, and this is critical. There's a double strike. It's a lot. So 2 times 19k double strike, 2 times 19k critical, and then when you place this card, then what you can do if your leader is well done, place this card from your hands at the bottom of the deck, then you get to draw 1 card, then you get. And then you can use his ability auto. Yeah, it's difficult. I'm not sure from this interaction, as this is the first time I'm kind of looking at this. I'm not sure from this interaction itself, how can we successfully get this Vegeta under your deck? The reason why is because then you can safely play at turn 4 and get this combo going. What you don't want to do is you get this, you play this, puts it under your deck, then you draw 1 at turn 4. This is not exactly good. So you kind of set up for turn 5 play. I'm not too sure how this is going to be great, but let's see. So for blue wise, it's really good because this will guarantee that you bring your Hercules to your hands, right? And what you can do is you can combo with this card, and then when you combo with this card, you put it into a drop area. This, make sure you get this or Hercules to make sure that you set up for your turn 2 play, and turn 2 play you get a draw 2, untap 1 with a 25k double striker dual attack on board, and it's stackable. Hercules is stackable because what happened is when you play another pan, if you have 2 Hercules, you get to draw 4 and untap 2. Yep, your opponent has to deal with this, and it gets crazier and crazier, and Hercules has barrier. Good luck removing them. Yep. So when it comes to blue, really good. I'm so maining blue for now. Ooh, it's gonna be awesome. Yep. All right, let's take a look at yellow. Yellow is Jackie Chun. For some reason, I'm not liking Jackie Chun, but let's take a look. Maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm gonna play it. Let's see. Yeah. Moon Destroying Kamehameha. Activate Battle. So this is a 1 cost activate battle. What are you gonna get? If your leader is a Jackie Chun, it gets 15k for duration of turn. Good. I love this type of cards that really push the leader, because this is the difference between this and many card games out there, right? Because you play around your leader, you support your leader, your battle cards, it's out there to enable your leader and the other way. So cards like that emphasize the leader, it's good, yeah? Then you may choose one of your battle card in rest mode and place it. You may choose one of your battle card and place it in it. If you do so, draw a card. Ooh, so it's a one cost. It's more than a super combo, but you kind of have to. So let's see. I'm not too sure about this, but let's see if there is any cards that says if it's removed from the battle area with your skill or something, right? Let's take a look. But let's say there is none. I think it's still pretty good. I think it's still pretty good because you get to draw a card and then it's 15k. What I don't understand is this, right? It has to be in rest mode. Then you get to draw one card. And unless there is something that kind of have this interaction, because we have things like Oop, which is you get 10k and then you get to draw one card for one energy. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Mutaito, skill of a sage. Counterplay, when you play this card, one energy, another counterplay, another card. This activate battle, so it's not counterplay. So when you play this card, if it's your opponent's turn, you may place this card in its owner's drop area. If you do so, choose up to one of your opponent's battle card with energy cost greater than their energy, ignoring barrier. Switch it to rest mode, then the battle card come up. Wow. This is good. Situational, but good. So for example, if anybody's still playing Cell Chain, Broly, Grade A Baby, and things like that, you get to switch it, and you cannot let, and they just can't untap. Great card. This is good. Master Roshi, martial art, martial master. So you may when you play this card, you may choose one card and add it to your hand. One cost. Good. Choose one card from your life and add it to it. Wow. Okay, choose one to the Moon Destroying from your deck and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck, then negate the skill for the duration of the turn. So this brings this to you. You kind of don't have to do it. So it's always a +2 for one energy, one cost. Pretty nice. I like it. Nothing much to say though, but pretty nice. Chaozu. Look at this. Look at this guy. Alright. If your leader is World Martial Art, it's a World Tournament World Martial Art. Forgive me, eh? So activate main for 2 costs. You still kind of have to activate main, yeah? So you play it at turn 2, you tap out at turn 2, you still kind of have to do this too, unless you untap 2. So let's see. If you have 4 more energy, so you kind of have to have 4 more energy. Place this card at the top, on top of its owner's deck. You may choose one from your deck and play it. If you play a card, choose up the owner, play it in rest mode. So for 4 energy, you kind of set this thing up, set the combo up. I'm not too sure much about the combo, so I wasn't looking too much into the yellow ones. Jackie Chun is a really good leader though, but there is kind of like an ongoing thing between me and Jackie Chun because of a misfired joke, so I kind of try to avoid playing it. But that's that. Yep. So Son Goku, Savage, Great Ape. If there's, so he's a 4 cost 20k. Pretty good. Activate main for 1 yellow, so you kind of need 1 more yellow. If 2 or more martial art world tournament cards in play in all battle area, doesn't have to be yours. Yeah, play this card from your hand. You can't play. Oh, okay. So he is a 1 cost. If there's 2 or more, hey, come on, it's gonna work. Okay, if your opponent is not playing World Tournament cards, so too bad. Yeah, it has to be World Tournament, so it's very specific. World Tournament cards are very specific though. If you read a lot of them, they are kind of binded to World Tournament leaders. Yeah, a lot of them are. Like Shuffle Time is not, but a lot of them are. Play this card from your hands. You can't play something. Okay. Reasonable. When this card is removed from a battle area by a skill. If you have 4 more energy, you may choose card from and place it. If you then choose one of your yellow energy, switch it to resonance. Choose up to 1. Ooh, okay, so this is why this is the reason why you have the moon destroying Kamehameha. Oh, this makes sense, right? Because it's him, and then he destroys the moon, and then Goku comes back, and then Jackie Chun won the tournament. So that's that. Okay, so it's pretty nice. It's a very high cost because you have to choose 3 cards from your hands, but then after that you have I think it's a 20k blocker, barrier blocker, plus untap 1 at the end of the turn, and then you have unyielding, and this guy, I believe he's pretty difficult to deal with. So you set up the ultimate, every single world tournament color has their ultimate combo. So for blue, for red is the Supreme Showdown, Goku and Vegeta, and for blue is the cutest, the best SPR, like Pan and also Hercules. And for this one, it's this. So they are very difficult to deal with, very difficult to play them, but if you manage to play them, they are very difficult to deal with. So this is it. This is how you get it. For 4 energy, 3 cards, but I think it's good value because in the end, you get to have this. So this has to be in rest mode, and then you play him, then you get to draw a card. Of course, then it reduces it to 2 cards, and from your deck, play them, then shuffle your deck. So this is pretty good. I like it. So every single color so far, it's a big power boost. Next up, let's take a look at green. Green, it's very devastating to play against. The reason why is this, because it's very vicious when it comes to the hand destruction, right? But setting up the final combo has always been very difficult, because unlike all the other ones, this is a 5 course. The final combo is a 5 course, so it's tough. A 5 cost, yeah. So let's see. Heroes, of course, Supreme Showdown, it's a 5 cost, but what you get is 35k triple striker, 2 of them, yeah. Alright, Heroes Mafuba. Okay, counter battle card attack. Okay, negate the attack if there is a green card in play in your battle area. Place this card on top of the attacking card at the end of the next turn. So basically, it's a Mafuba in 1 cost, but you need a god. And these are gods. Kami is a god. Kami, Ethereal Technique. So for 1 cost, 5k, activate me. Wow. So you need 4 energy. So he has no barrier. So you're gonna put him down, and hopefully he doesn't die. Okay. So if your leader card is a world tournament card, if you have 5 or more energy, choose 1 card from the life, place it in the drop area, then choose up to 1 destined hero, conclusion hero from the deck, and play it on top of this card and shuffle the deck. If you play this card, choose up to destined. Yes, it's very strong. So let's take a look. Maybe let's take a look at what does it do? What does it do? Yeah, what does this one do? Look, let's unspecified. Of course, we need the. I really love the World Martial Arts Tournament theme deck. They're so fun to play with, though. Really well designed, in my opinion. Yeah. I think it's easier if we just put the rarity to SPR, yes, special rare, because that's when we get all the like this. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. So this guy, he's gonna come out. So for 4 energy, he goes on top of the Kami, if the Kami survives. So it can potentially be a 5 energy. So when it's in play in your from your hands, if your leader is green, this card gains 10k critical, so 25k critical for the duration of turn. Then your opponent chooses 3 cards from their hands, place it. Your opponent chooses, and you can't do this anymore. He has barrier. And this guy, it's a 5 drop. He's a critical. When this card attacks, choose up to 1 of each of your opponents. Your opponent's battle card, KO them. If you KO Destined for the duration of the turn, this card gains 10k and triple strike. So he is a 30k triple strike. 30k triple strike critical, so you don't have to use it to end the game. And also you get to, and also at the same time, this is a 25k critical. So you swing with a 25k critical, and then your opponent has to drop 3, and then you have a 30k critical that your opponent most probably, if not, have to drop a lot of hands. Either not, he's gonna lose 3 cards no matter what, either from his life or from his hands if he wants to combo out of this. Really good interaction right there. Okay, so just for 4 energy, you could play that. That's good, but take note, you tap out on 4. So it's not that easy to play, but take into account how devastating it is. Going for 4 energy at 10-5, it's okay, it's okay. And he will die. So take note, people who are playing against this one, kill this guy. You need it. Okay, Piccolo Jr. Arena Whacker. So if your opponent has a few cards in their battle area, reduce this course. Why would they have? So it's very, very subjective. When you play this card, you may choose one field card in your battle area with energy 3, energy 1. He doesn't know, yeah, and place it in the drop area. If you do so, this card gets 5k for the duration of the turn. I'm not too sure about this. Okay, I'm not too sure about this. King Piccolo Limitless Power. If you have 4 more energy, you may choose 7 from any battle area. Negate their skill for the duration of the turn. He doesn't know whether it's a 7. 7 seems a lot. Problem is, if it does not say that choose up to 7, this is pretty bad, because it means that you might have to do yours, right? Negate their skill for the duration of the turn. Place them in the owner's drop area. What? It might be your own though. If you do so, play this card from your hand, and you can activate King Piccolo's activate main for the duration of the turn. So he's a 20k double strike. It's okay, it's okay. For green wise, I'm not too sure about that. Mafuba is definitely very strong, and Kami Ethereal technique. This is definitely good to bring out the endgame option, but in my opinion, not as good as it should be. But it's good enough. It's good enough. If you're caught off guard, your opponent will shit their pants. I'm pretty sure about that. But maybe I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired and hungry. I've been talking about this for quite some time now, and maybe I'm not concentrating very well. But let's take a look at black, the last one. Okay, Hercules. Whoa. Tournament King. So it's a 1-drop. Also, when you play this card, choose up to 1 arena from your deck or drop area added to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Okay, so good. Arena only works with a black world tournament though. It's only announcer. So this is definitely an announcer specific, even though it did not say here, but it's definitely an announcer specific deck card. Announcer, weakness of history. This is a boss. This is the boss, yeah? So there's a 7 cost 20k. So what do you get? It's a deflect, so you cannot counterplay this. His effect will go through. When you play this card, if your leader card is a world tournament card, choose up to 4 world tournaments. Oh, so he does not need. He doesn't need it to be. So for 7 energy, so he can be played in anyone, yeah, anyone, any card. Any deck. When you play this, as long as the leader is World Tournament, choose up to 4 World Tournament cards from your hands with different names and play them. Oh, so no, wow, this is strong. So when you play him, he is the endgame option because you can play any one of them. Blue, again, this is so bluish. Blue, you could ram with objection, and then you can play him, and then you put your blue stuff, even though it did not say, look, they did not put the blue things here, but you could just play them and finish it. But best in announcer, because announcer does not have specified codes, that means you can play anything. So this card is so good, and the artwork, come on, this is great. So when it comes to black, you have 2 cards, but 2 cards that can make a difference, yeah. Alright. So this is the my analysis of the cards. I hope I did a pretty good job here. I kind of really like the World Martial Arts Tournament. Like I said, again, the set is something that I like. So if you're some disclaimer here, this is not the final thing. One big shout out once again to P Kim 168 who posted the analysis, the breakdown. I would have never be able to do this, but thank you so much for taking the time to type this. And of course there will be some discrepancy, but I guess maybe not that much. So if this is gonna be the case, all these promos are gonna be really good. But if they're gonna stick to this 3 cards per pack, we're gonna have a lot of trouble getting the cards. Especially I, living in Europe, I really think that this is gonna be very horrible. Especially if when people start to pick up and said that this are gonna be good, they are gonna be very good, we're gonna have any issue. For those people who have been listening all this time, this is a very long video. I apologize for that, but we have quite a lot of cards to go through. Thank you for staying with me. And for those people who are here and who just wants to have a final word, let's say, what is my final takeaway from all this card? Is that World Martial Arts Tournament, in my opinion, it's coming back. It's coming back with a bang. They are so fun to play with. That is the first thing. Is World Martial Arts Tournament. It's so fun to play with. So, and with all these cards, I think they're gonna be even more viable, right? Think of a expansion set that has an impact like World Martial Arts Tournament, especially when we saw who was the guy? I don't know which team was it when they took out the Hercules deck that beat Storm. That was a monumental moment in Dragon Ball history. That was so awesome. Alright, so I really like this deck. So one final word for those people who are still holding out there. Pick a color, get your cards, get ready for this set, and no matter what, buy the SCR. Yep. So they're still cheap right now. Yep. Get them while they're still cheap. So thank you for listening. Let's see each other in the next video. Alright, ciao guys.